Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video, I want to share why humankind doesn't have what's called free will, and I will explain my reasons. First of all, let me say that free will is a human-made concept, created based on human insight and characteristics. According to human definitions, free will is a concept in philosophy, psychology, and theology, referring to the human ability to make conscious and independent choices. According to this idea, people can decide how to behave and shape the path of their lives without their decisions being fully predetermined by external factors, heredity, or natural laws. The question is, how do decision-making and choosing actually happen? Let me ask you, how does your will come into existence? As I said, the concepts of will and free will are human-made ideas, superficial interpretations of complex phenomena. If we want to logically and properly face the issue of choice, we must set aside these concepts and definitions, become observers, and try to understand the causes of these phenomena. In other words, our task should be to observe and analyze what happens, not analyze and conclude based on our belief-based assumptions and mental framework. A belief-oriented mind is shaped by prior assumptions grounded in faith, which the individual regards as true, and it instinctively resists views that challenge those assumptions, even if such views might in fact be correct. Within an unscientific belief framework, one cannot properly and logically examine issues. Our question was, how does will come into existence? And how does choosing happen? If you have the right to choose between options A, B, C, D, and so on, what factors make you pick one of them? An important point that causes misunderstanding about will and freedom is that our choices are influenced by something they call will. Well, that's not true. Our choices are always and at all times influenced by forces that push us toward the choice. And these forces are actually our predispositions. In fact, what we call will doesn't truly exist. And our choices happen as a result of our predispositions. Our predispositions are shaped and changed by various factors. Different factors with different weights combine and alter a person's predispositions. The diversity and complexity in creating and changing predispositions cause confusion and lack of awareness about the principle that what we call human decision is subject to cause and effect, and freedom doesn't exist in it. Factors like branches of a tree leads to main branches and then to the trunk, the predispositions or final choice. Some predispositions carry more weight, are stronger and change less. Some others are weaker and change sooner. Fundamental predispositions such as predispositions toward light and warmth, the inclination to love, and some innate human instincts are less affected by various factors and change less. For now, the factors influencing human predispositions can be grouped as follows. 1. Biological, physiological, and epigenetic factors. 2. Environment and external causal structures. 3. Experiences and forms of memory, especially emotional memory. The more and better we understand the factors that shape predispositions, the more accurately we can predict the choices you are likely to make. Encountering and understanding issues, desire for something, persistence and effort to achieve it, and even the way of thinking about it. All of these factors differ from person to person, and this difference due to the factors mentioned. A human is the result of the union of an egg and sperm, with each sperm differing from every other sperm, and each egg is different from another egg. Even two cells produced by the division of a single cell differ from each other. These differences cause variation in resource access, interaction with the environment, and the way a human grows and develops. This alone can make humans different because these differences create multiple predispositions accordingly. Throughout human evolution, the body takes in, processes, and consumes materials. The type and quality of materials received, as well as the quantity and quality of intake and processing, differ from one person to another. Therefore, each person's evolution is different, and this difference also causes variation in the existence and the weight of each person's predispositions compared to others. The process of forming neural synapses and the influence of the environment depend not only on external conditions but also on an individual's physiological conditions. These physical conditions themselves are determined by epigenetics, innate traits, and the quantity and quality of the individual's components. There are numerous parameters involved in the emergence and finalization of a choice. The more deeply and extensively we understand the factors and parameters, the more accurate our predictions of behavior and choices become. An important point is that all these factors and parameters are imposed, and your predispositions are completely the result of these factors and parameters, meaning your choice has nothing to do with freedom. You think you will and choose, but your choice is the product of the interaction of multiple factors, and the predisposition is the final determinant. Every decision you make depends on this vast system and is, in fact, its product. So, freedom as you think, it doesn't exist. Predispositions in the human mind multiply, merge, or dominate one another during choice, and the final choice is based on the resulting predisposition. Perhaps fate is predetermined, perhaps not. Yet one thing is certain: the more parameters of matter's behavior we take into account, the more and better we will be able to predict the future. Human is a unique place in this world, where complex and numerous predispositions mix and determine the direction and path of human deeds and existence. A human and their mind are not free beings who can change this path. Rather, they themselves, with all their traits and complexities, are part of this path. So, do we really have free will? What do you think? Please write your thoughts in the comments, and if you liked it, please like the video and subscribe to the channel so we can have more interesting discussions together.